Hello, Madison.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good today. I'm good today.
Good. Thanks for
Thank you. Thanks for joining this counseling session today.
thanks for
Uh,
having
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we can work out and work through and talk about.
me
I,
too.
I just want you to feel comfortable. Feel free to interrupt me at any time. I want to make sure you get your points across. So today we're gonna talk about feminist empowerment.
Awesome.
And I know that's something that is kind of near and dear to your heart and kind of what you do in your spare time. You want to tell me a little bit about that activity?
Yes. So I started a female fly fishing club and I have a lot of members and it's really fun. I get to empower women in the sport of fly fishing because it's a super male dominated sport. So
Right.
um, it's the inclusion for females within the sport is super limited. So I get to empower them through different events and um, learning events and fishing outings and everything. And it's just so fun. I love it. And just getting to see girls get outside and do what they love that's like non-conforming to like a gender role is really cool. um,
Right.
and just like kind of create a girl squad and just feel empowered through that. um, and just empowering other females to benefit from the healing effects of fishing and being outside. And so,
I love everything about that.
oh, thanks.
Really.
Yeah. It's
Okay. So we're going to talk about some of those things today. We want to make sure that you're always in a good headspace to keep empowering those women, girl power. I love everything about that. So we're going to talk about the feminist therapy, and as you know, sometimes feminists get a bad, it's a bad connotation to accept it if a woman says she's a feminist. So I know even me myself always say I'm pro girl, I'm pro woman, girl power, but there is nothing wrong with just outright saying I'm a feminist, and it just means that you are for political change, economic change, change for their home life, just the empowerment of the woman to be herself, to live within her own space. Because I can't give you power, but it's about you living through that power and harnessing the power that's already in you. And so that takes a lot because of the demands that, women have on them: home, job, uh, fa- uh, family outside of the immediate family. So it's always a constant push. And it's always that push towards conformity because, we live in a very patriarchal society. And so today, so we can keep you in a great headspace to keep empowering women, we want to talk about some empowerment techniques that you can use for yourself, that maybe you can use individually with a person in your group of fly fishermen, women, fly fisher women. I love it. And fly fishers, and maybe one-on-one or group, or however you see fit. And a great source of empowerment is just meditation, and it can be for 2 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 15 minutes. Meditation doesn't, the way I meditate doesn't have to be, how you meditate, just whatever you can get in the right headspace. Some people, have to close their eyes and be in a dark room and, go through a whole mental process. Some people can do it in just a few seconds inside their head. But meditation is always a good way to push away the negative thoughts. and in their place, uh, put something positive, meditate on the positive.
Mhm.
So when you meditate, you need to recognize the negative feelings. It's not about you not having negative feelings, because that's impossible for any of us. So can you tell me some of the negative feelings that may fill your headspace sometimes, especially recurring negative feelings?
Mm-hmm. I guess negative feelings would be like fear. Fear is a big negative feeling that I have a lot. Mm-hmm.
What are you fearful of?
Fearful that like I'm not empowering others enough and other females. And like I know that's not true because I have this club and I'm doing as much as I can to help that cause, but there's always that feeling of fear inside of me. Not always, but like when I think about, this stuff I want to do that I haven't done yet. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, what you may want to do is think about what you have done.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what you're doing in the present.
Mm-hmm.
And for the things that you have not done, that's still a positive. I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Make yourself a plan. I have a plan to do this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put down goals that are impossible to reach, because we all have to, like I say, set time for everything else.
Yeah.
So whatever you have to feel like, whatever you're doing is enough.
Mm-hmm.
That it is enough, and you push those negative feelings away by just thinking about the things that you've accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the what you're doing in the present,
Mm-hmm.
and then anything else, don't make it a negative feeling. Save that for the future. That is a future. Don't feel negative about things that you've yet to put your hands on.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge your feelings, and you need to know that I have this negative feeling,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to replace this with, I am doing enough. I am enough. I'm doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're meditating, push that away. It's great to think about past accomplishments, because those past accomplishments push you into what you can do in the present.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're doing in the present is going to push you into great things that you can do for people, for women in the future.
I like
Does
that.
that make sense? That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So this whole little technique is called RAIN. So the first one we just talked about was recognize negative feelings. And this is just what we talked about. And A is allow them to be present.
Mm-hmm.
Allow them to be present. So it's okay. It can push you to do more.
Mm-hmm. True.
So how do you feel about allowing those negative feelings? Does that open up for you to feel worse?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you see yourself being able to replace it with positive feelings?
Yeah, I think I like, being able to acknowledge that I feel fearful and then just kind of like you said, replacing it with, oh, that's a sign that like there's so much more like, exciting, just kind of replacing the fear with excitement. Um, Instead of having that like anxiety around it, it's more of like a happiness feeling and positive growth. So, and it makes me feel like less anxious about
Right.
it. Mm-hmm.
Right. Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So the I in RAIN is investigate. Why do I have these feelings? Where
Mhm.
do these feelings come from?
Mhm.
Can you pinpoint why you have those feelings, or where do they come from?
Hmm. I think they come from just like, I guess my yearning for like achievement and helping others. Um, like I've always been like a service-minded person.
Hmm.
So I think that's where I can pinpoint kind of like the fear. And it was easy in high school because like in college, because I didn't have work or anything, like I could just go to school and, like do different empowerment stuff on the side. But now it's like,
Right,
work is taking over my life in school, like added on top of that. So, like, finding the time to like empower other women, which like makes me happy, um, is like tough. But knowing that like there's a bigger purpose behind me going to school, um,
right,
like getting my master's and being a counselor, and really having like that knowledge to empower others, in a healthy way, and
right.
is exciting. So putting that into perspective for me like helps a lot and like erases a lot of that fear. It's like, no, that'll take time, and maybe I don't have enough time right now to invest as much energy into that. um, I know that I'm working towards that goal. So yeah.
That, I mean, that makes perfect sense. That
Mhm.
makes perfect sense
Yeah.
because you're doing something that's going to lead you, I guess I could say, to greater things that you can do with your girl empowerment, with your female empowerment, at
Mhm.
a later stage with more knowledge that
Mhm.
you can, impart, that you can impart into the women. And just think about it, whenever you can do it, you're
Mhm.
going to have women, you're going to have women waiting on you, and they're going to need you. So I don't think we'll ever have that lack. So it'll, it, it'll be great. It'll be great. I like what you said. So, and then the last one, it says, it's called, the N in RAIN is non-identification. It says your feelings are not a part of you. So don't let how you feel, don't let your feelings make up the whole being of who you are, right? So we can have feelings, but that's not the whole, it's not the whole medicine.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah.
made up of a lot more than just your feelings. So
Mm.
you can't let those negative feelings overwhelm you into thinking, I am really bad at this empowerment thing. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
because that's not you.
Yeah.
Your feelings are not the whole identification of who Madison is.
Yeah.
So just think about this RAIN technique, and I'll share it with you over email,
Yeah.
and take some time to meditate.
Okay.
Once you start that process, you're going to know what that looks like for you. I would say in the beginning, try it in a quiet space, or whatever quiet for you.
Mhm.
Different people need different things. I need background noise at all times. So, you met me, a person needs total silence. Well, just, take some time to relax and
Yeah.
meditate on who you are as a person. Those positive feelings can override those negative feelings, and just push them away, and just keep encouraging yourself, keep empowering yourself. And I think that RAIN technique will work for you, doing a little meditation.
Awesome.
How do you feel about trying the meditation? Are you on board with that meditation?
Yes,
Some
I
people are leery of meditation. It doesn't have anything to do with religion or anything. It's just your inner being and being at peace with who you are, and empowering yourself, and getting a little time just for yourself in your own space.
can. I love that a lot. That sounds great. I think it'll help me.
Okay. Exactly. I love it. So we're going to talk about one other technique for a few minutes today. And I, I like to do this. That's a little self-disclosure about myself, is that I'm a person that's big in mantras. Some people say mantras or mantras, or it's another way to empower yourself and to encourage yourself.
Yeah.
And I believe the more that you speak highly and positives into your life,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to manifest itself into you.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, I lost you for a minute. Hold on here. I lost you. I don't know where you went.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just can't see you anymore.
Oh, weird.
I don't know. Oh, is that weird? It just went out. I can see you, but I mean, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Huh. I can see you.
You can see me?
Yes.
Well, maybe I should just keep
Yeah, I think
talking
it'll be
here.
fine since my computer is
I
working, so it'll be good.
for the light, it just went out. I can't imagine what happened here. I can't imagine what happened. I am so sorry, Madison.
You're
I don't know what. I have no idea what happened. So we're gonna continue to
So
talk
yeah,
about.
I can still see both of us, so it'll get on the camera.
Okay, so I don't know what happened on my end. Man, I don't know. Okay, so the second thing we're going to talk about today is reciting the mantras. And so really it's just getting like, it's something like it's close to meditation, in that you're going to replace the negative in your mind. You're going to replace that negative message with a positive message. And you can do this from 5 minutes a day to 20 minutes a day, until whenever you feel like uh, everything around you is crashing, or you're getting all that negative into your mind. It's good to go into reciting your mantra. So I have a few that I feel like you can use. I'll go through them and then we'll recite a couple of them together. How about that?
Sounds great.
So the first one it says, I have everything I need. The second one says, I choose to be happy. The third one is, I am a voice for peace. The next one is, I am in control of my emotions and my actions. The next one is, I am enough. And then, I am strong. And then the last one I wrote down for you is, I am powerful. So, and of course, there are millions of mantras that you can choose to recite, to write down. Another way is to write them on a Post-it note, stick it on top of your folder, on top of your work binder, in your mirrors, around your house, in your car, uh, whatever place where you can quickly get to it and say, I need to take a few minutes and recite the mantras. And the thing is to recite them, you know, 3 to 5 times to yourself. Do you think that's something that you could work with?
Totally. I love that. I could do that for sure.
Okay. So let's try a couple. So I want you to just say maybe 3 times, I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough. I am enough.
And I want you to say it with enough pause between it,
Okay.
where you're convincing yourself that I am enough. I need you to, like, when you do the mantras, you need to be strong in
Mm,
your conviction, just not reading something you have on a paper. Does that make sense?
that does. That does.
Okay, let's try it. I am enough.
Okay. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough.
So how does that make you feel? Or does it make you feel any way at all?
That makes me feel really good. I had a good, positive feeling, happy.
Good. Let's try, I am in control of my emotions and my actions.
I am in control of my emotions and actions. I am in control of my emotions and actions. I am in control of my emotions and actions.
What do you feel?
I felt very peaceful, calming.
I think that's always a good mantra when you are in a space where you feel like everything is out of control,
Yeah.
or that you feel like you may say the wrong thing or
Mm-hmm.
do the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good mantra to repeat. I like it too, because I want to think that I just don't want to fly off the handle or say the wrong thing. So that's a good one to just, even in your mind, in the midst of a situation, you can repeat that mantra. I am in control of my emotions and my actions. I love that one. We'll try one more. My favorite. I am powerful.
I love that. I am powerful. I am powerful. I am powerful.
That is just it's three little words, but there's so much substance to it when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to say that until you believe it.
Yeah, I love that one.
You have to say that one until you believe it, because with the process of being empowered, uh, you're gonna backtrack and feel unempowered. You're not gonna feel that way all the time. So
Yeah.
that's when the mantras and the meditation comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
And so what the empowerment does, it gives the power back to you, to your natural self. Power is not something someone gives you. It's fully contained within ourselves. Your job is to connect to it. And the meditation and the mantras will help you connect to your inner power.
Mm-hmm. I love that so much. That makes me feel, at peace and calm and confident in myself, and that, I don't have to depend on anyone else for power. Like, it's all within me.
It is. It's all within you. It's believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And there's many other ways that we there's many other things that we do in therapy to make you feel, not just to make you feel empowered, but for you to become empowered, for
Yeah.
you to be a powerful person in your own right.
Mm-hmm.
And we can go over more techniques and skills in our future meetings.
Awesome. Sounds great. This was so helpful. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for taking time for me today, Madison. We'll talk soon.
Yes. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now fix it.